Assalamu alaikum children, and welcome to another episode of the Butterfly Corner on Hilaal TV. My name is Samira and I'll be keeping you company every single day. This is our special time where we get to learn the fun way. Let's learn about Allah and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's dream about Jannah and find ways to make Allah happy. Today, children, on our special holiday broadcast, we'll be having so much fun doing some arts and crafts and reading amazing stories too. Children, without further ado, let's kickstart our arts and crafts. Today's arts and crafts is an easy one. You don't need much at all. Today, all you need is markers, or crayons, or color pencils, or paint. You can use anything you like. You'll also need some paper. You can use scrap paper, or craft paper, or even lined paper. Do you remember the other day we made a special gift for Mummy with our finger painting? Well, today we're going to be making something for Daddy. Today we're going to give Daddy an award for the best dad ever. Would you like to make one with me? This is what you need to do. The first thing I'm going to do is to take my paper, take one of my markers, and outline my hand. Now I'm going to use a yellow marker for this one. This will be the top of the trophy. Let's do it together. I put my hand down and outline it, just like that. Now remember children, you can make your arts and crafts any color or any design you like. Send me a picture when it's done. I can't wait to see yours. Oh, what fun! Can you all see that? The next thing we're going to do now is to draw a base and to color it in. Let's do it together. I'm going to take a yellow color pencil and I'm going to color it in. Remember children, before you do any arts and crafts, take the name of Allah. Say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When you take the name of Allah, you are making the dhikr of Allah, that's right. And every single time we do anything, we take the name of Allah. Now while I color this in, let's do something amazing. Let's talk about what's happening in Palestine. In Palestine, there were a group of people who needed help. These people were not Muslim. They needed a place to be safe. They went to Palestine seeking refuge and seeking help. The people of Palestine were very, very kind. They allowed the non-Muslim people to live with them. They promised to look after them and they promised them safety too. The people of Palestine allowed these people to come into their home. One day, these people decided to take over Palestine. They wanted to make it Israel. They decided that they wanted Palestine all for themselves. They decided if the people of Palestine were not going to give them their country, then they were going to destroy it until the people of Palestine move out. And so, they began bombing Palestine, they began destroying Palestine, and they began killing the people. They thought that by killing some people in Palestine, the Palestinians would be afraid and would move out. But unfortunately for them, Allah created the people of Palestine really, really strong. And so instead of moving on, the people of Palestine decided to stay in their country and fight back. They decided that they were not going to allow Israelis to take over Palestine. They were going to protect Masjid al-Aqsa, and they were going to protect our sacred land. Look children, our hand is done. The next thing I'm going to do now is to outline it with a blue marker. Now I'm going to go over my same handprint, but you can do this in another color if you'd like. Let's go on with our story. So the people of Israel carried on bombing and harming the people of Palestine. But unfortunately for them, the people of Palestine were not giving up. No matter how many homes were destroyed, no matter how many schools and buildings were destroyed, and no matter how many hospitals were being bombed, the people of Palestine did not give up. They decided that they were going to pray to Allah and stay strong, because the people of Palestine were made strong. They have Allah by their side. And so, no matter how many of them were martyred, they didn't move out. The people of Israel tried and tried and tried for many years, and they are still trying today. Today, they've bombed all the streets with all the homes. They've bombed the schools and the masajid and the hospitals too. But do you know what? Allah's help is with the people of Palestine. When the people of Israel cut their water, Allah sent down water with rains, and the water was sweet. When they cut their electricity, the people of Palestine learned how to make ovens out of the little coals they had. When they cut off all the supplies to food, Allah made it such that food was sent from elsewhere. And when the people of Palestine thought they were completely alone, Allah's help came for them. And like this, Allah's help will come for them soon, and the people of Palestine will be free. Let's go on with our arts and crafts now. The next thing I'm going to do is make a little dome. Now this is where our little hand will rest. Just like that. Let's color it in. It's okay if you went over the line. It will look cute at the end. This is going to be a smart little trophy for Dad to say, "You are the world's blessed dad." The world's best dad? Wow, that's really an achievement, isn't it? Our daddies do so much for us, and so we need to thank Allah for the blessing of having a daddy around. Can you imagine all those children who don't have a daddy? I'm going to make a big base now, and this will be the base of the trophy. Here, on my base, I'm going to write number 1 Dad. And this will be his trophy. Remember, children, you can make your trophy any color you like, any shape you like, and any way you like. But at the top, I'm going to write World's Best Dad. Remember, children, if you don't know how to write, don't worry. Ask Mummy or Daddy or your bigger brother or sister to help you. And just like that, we made an award for the world's best dad. The camera isn't showing the coloring very well, but I promise I colored the whole thing in. You can decide to make one too. Would you like to make the world's best dad award? I know I loved making it. Remember, children, you can cover the whole hand in paint and stick it on. You can cover your whole hand in glitter and make it sparkle. Send me a picture. I can't wait to see what you've come up with. Now, children, I want to go for a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to read a story. Stay tuned. Welcome back, my butterflies. I love reading stories and I love doing arts and crafts. Did you enjoy doing those arts and crafts? I need to scrub my hands so much because I keep getting paint and markers all over them. Inshallah, the marks will come off soon. But at least it was fun and it was totally worth it, wasn't it? Children, don't forget when you do the arts and crafts, send me a picture on WhatsApp or ask Mummy or Daddy to send a message so that I can see what you've been up to. When we do those arts and crafts, we do them just for fun. But by making the dhikr of Allah, we get a reward while we're doing it. Now, children, I love reading stories as well. From the stories, we learn so much, isn't it? And most importantly, when you read stories, you build your vocab. It's so good for your English. Who knows, maybe you'll be better in school as well, inshallah. When you read stories, we read stories that have moral lessons so that you can learn something amazing. When you learn something, don't forget to teach your family and your friends too. Whatever you teach them, inshallah, and if they practice it, you will get a reward too. Remember, children, any good deed you do, get a reward upon a reward upon a reward. Can you imagine reading the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and getting a reward for that? Then teaching it to your friend and then getting a reward when your friend practices. But then what if your friend teaches her mummy? And her mummy teaches daddy. And then daddy teaches his friends. And those friends teach their children. Can you imagine how many rewards you get? So in the same way, teach people everything that you've learned, inshallah, so that you can get rewards upon rewards. Today I have a fun little story, and this little story is called The Rash. Should we read it together? The story says, Little Yasira was in tears. She had a rash on her face. It was itchy and it was very uncomfortable. The doctor said it was an allergic reaction. She had to stay away from certain foods. She had to use a special cream. And inshallah, with Allah's help, the rash would be cleared within just a few weeks. The worst part wasn't really the rash. Even though it was itchy and so uncomfortable, it left a very red mark on Yasira's face. She knew that this was going to be a problem. That day at school, some unkind children began teasing her and making fun of her rash. Now, little Yasira was a quiet little girl, and so she didn't really know what to do. But every day that on, the children began laughing and teasing Yasira about the rash on her face. Yasira would get very angry with them, and she would say nasty things in return. But this only made them tease her more and more. The more they teased her, the angrier she became. The more angrier she became, the happier they would get and then tease her even more. One day, Yasira couldn't handle it anymore. She went home crying and crying and crying. The minute she walked into the house, Mummy said, "My darling angel, what's wrong? Why do you look like you're crying?" "I can't take it anymore. I don't want to go back to school," said Yasira. "The children tease me and tease me and tease me some more. I tried to do everything. I told them off. I told them to leave me alone. When they teased me, I would tell them something back. But they just teased me even more." Mommy comforted her and told her, "My darling, instead of fighting with those children or telling them something back, make dua to Allah to guide those children and to help them change their ways." That day, Yasira made 2 rakats of salah and made dua to Allah to help those children learn. She also made dua for herself that Allah take this rash away. She did this every day. Mummy also advised her to ignore those children who were teasing her and making her feel sad. Whenever they teased her, instead of telling them something back, Yasira would keep quiet and make the dhikr of Allah. By keeping quiet and making the dhikr of Allah, she would stay calm. And when the children said something, it wouldn't bother her at all. When they teased her, she kept quiet. This way, she wasn't rude, and they had nothing else better to do. By making dua for those children, Yasira began to feel stronger and better. That day at school, Yassira learnt about the children in Palestine, how strong and resilient they were, no matter how bad the Israeli soldiers were, how much they believed in Allah, and how even after they were bombed, lost their legs or their arms or even parts of their body, they believed in Allah, they stayed strong, and they stayed steadfast because they knew that Allah was with them. This gave Yassira even more courage, alhamdulillah. She followed her mummy's advice, and whenever these children teased her, she would think about her advice, she would think about her dua, and she would think of those wonderful, brilliant, strong children of Palestine, and then it was easy to ignore them. And when they made her really angry, instead of answering them, she would make dhikr of Allah. Soon, after a while, the children became bored of teasing her because she just didn't respond. There was no fun in that. It was no longer fun for them, and she no longer got angry. Some of them even apologized for their mean behavior. The rash finally faded away, and Yassira was smiling again. She had learned from that story never to worry about anything, but just to ask Allah for help in every situation. Children, can you imagine having a giant rash on your face and having been teased about it every day? Well, now you know what to do. Ignore them, make dua for the bullies, and think about those strong, resilient children of Palestine. And for that, Allah will help you. Children, I learned so much from little Yassira's story, and I hope you did too. There's many unkind children in school that bully and tease and pick fights. But the next time someone does that, you know what to do. Don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to talk to someone you love, an adult or grown-up too. And inshallah, you will get the help you need and the peace, just like Yassira too. But unfortunately, we've run out of time. Don't worry, we'll be back again soon. Don't forget to send us a message on 082 641 5789. Follow us on Instagram on Hilaal TV and on Samira Bemath as well. I'd love to hear from you soon. Until next time, fi amanillah, ma'as salama.